In ancient times, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, humans fought against the almighty Voidgloom Seraphs, using the mighty tank zombies to destroy hits phases and block Voidgloom Seraphs from attacking you so you could back away and heal. For many years, this was the way it was done until the admins decided to be a little bit extra goated with the sauce and said, no. And then they made it so you can't do that anymore, because now tank zombies take about 16,334,212.6 times more damage from Voidgloom Seraphs. So for the longest time now, people haven't known what to do because they can't use their tank zombies in battle anymore. They've had to go full melee on them using only their Atom Split or other various katana, which is why most people have actually converted to mage. But I refuse to convert to mage. It's not because I don't have a Hyperion, that would be absurd, it's just because I don't feel like it. Either way, ever since the tank zombie nerf a few months ago, I've been unable to properly do Voidgloom Seraphs. My ability to do tier 3s went out the door for a long time, and it's only just recently been able to come back after I had to grind the entirety of Sven 7 just so I can get this overflux right here. But even now, it still can be a struggle occasionally, and tier 4s aren't even a question. So obviously, something else is going to have to change for me to be able to do tier 4s, which has been the subject of most of my Minecraft videos for the past couple months. However, back in April, the admins released an enchantment that I found quite interesting, and I figured would actually be very helpful in doing exactly what the tank zombies do now that they aren't usable for Voidgloom Seraphs. That enchantment is Inferno. As you can see from this item description, every 10 times you hit a mob, it will trap into place for 5 seconds and deal 1.25 times your damage over the course of those 5 seconds. That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? That's because it's exactly what the tank zombies did before. The tank zombies would trap the Voidgloom Seraph in place, allowing you to go back and heal while doing small amounts of damage over a brief period of time before the Seraph got bored and teleported to you and started hitting you again. But it was always enough time. And now that I don't have that, I'm not sure what to do. But this Inferno solves that problem, because now it traps it in place every couple of hits and also deals damage. It's literally just the tank zombies, except it's an ultimate enchant. As you can see, my current Atom Split has Swarm, but Swarm doesn't do as much as I think Inferno would do. Not to mention, Inferno actually goes up to 5, where it deals 2.25 times your damage, which is even better, and probably is actually more damage than the tank zombies did in the first place. But I can hear you asking, how did you get 28 million coins to purchase this enchantment? And my purse is still only 10.7 million coins. Well, you see, back in October, they released this cool thing called the Great Spook Artifact, and I sold it. Because they'll probably go back down next October, right? Right? I'm not stupid. Either way, it's mine now. And then the price of it instantly went back down a lot, so it doesn't even matter, and I could have bought it anyways. But at least I still have money to spare. And I still have money in my bank for that juicy interest, so there was absolutely no reason for me to sell it. But alas, I'm now going to take this ultimate risk. This enchantment could be exactly what I need to replace the tank zombies in those ancient times. It won't take care of the hit phase, which is their main priority, but it will take care of literally everything else that they do. So I'm basically just putting tank zombies onto my Atom Split. And hopefully it works, and if it doesn't work, then I've just wasted a lot of money, but we're about to find out. So let's get this thing on here. We got... Yes, I did finally install a scrollable tooltips mod, so I can actually do this now. It's very nice. But let's put that Atom Split in the anvil, put in this Inferno 1. I mean, this is kind of cursed, I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like many people have this, but I'm going to be hopefully the start of a new meta, or it's going to be the start of my bankruptcy. But alas, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully I didn't just make a huge mistake doing that. So the reason I've decided to do this video now is because I've been wondering about this for a very long time, whether or not this is actually a good idea. And I've looked up so many videos and like gone onto the forums and stuff, but just there is nothing about this anywhere. Like you cannot find information about this on anything. Like there were some videos on it from like a while ago, but then like it got like changed or like it was a bug patch or something. So there's just absolutely no information on this whatsoever. So I wanted to do it myself. I mean, I think it makes a pretty good video title, and I am quite curious. So I suppose we're gonna find out soon enough whether or not this was a good idea or a bad idea. Also, if you're wondering why everything looks so weird, I did get a new computer for, you know, smoother frame rate, so those Elden Ring videos won't be as horribly laggy as they were before. But the lighting does look a little bit weird, but I should get that fixed up by next week. So it appears it doesn't work on ferocity, I guess that makes sense. It would be kind of very overpowered if it did. Yeah, I mean, he's totally trapped in place right there. That's kind of good. I'm not entirely sure if it's 20 million coins good, but, I mean, if I ever need, like, help doing anything, you know. I can just... Oh, I can like teleport over here. He doesn't really seem to like... Yeah, he's just like totally paused there. I'm not sure if this was a worthwhile move. Like, it's not doing a crazy amount. I feel like the tank zombies did more. Yeah, but it's like, if I need to back away, I feel like this would be more helpful on like a tier 4. Like, this is definitely doing something. Like, I get this beacon right now and he can't chase me, for example. Yeah, and then like he's right there and he can't hit me, and I can back away, and yeah. If I had failed that boss, that would have been kind of embarrassing, honestly. I don't know. I feel like I need to do a couple more. Yeah, I totally feel like this would be the sort of thing that would be really, really helpful on a tier 4. Because tier 4s, if you recall from my last video, I have to stop and heal a lot more than with a tier 3. So it would be a lot more useful to be able to have a way to pause it in place. I didn't even use the fire veil last time, I just realized. Now we have all the fire going. Like, there, now he's trapped. But I mean, honestly, and it makes it kind of difficult, because then I have to, like, stop walking or something. I guess I kind of felt like I'd be able to choose it more. Like, choose when it would happen more, but I kind of can't. Although this is kind of going a bit faster. I'm going to do one more to see my verdict, and then I'm going to try it on a tier 4, and then I'll make my decision. Alright, let's try this out again. Yeah, and then like getting beacons is, I feel like, a bit faster, but I think I'm just kind of coping, honestly. Lovely. That's great. Thank you very much, Hypixel. You know, I think it's a little bit better. I think because I did have a little bit of a slow start, my times do appear to be going down, and it does appear to be a little bit smoother. And I mean, it is a pretty cheap enchantment right now, but I think the real test is going to be on what they're doing over there. A tier 4. I mean, we'll put on auto slayer, because if I kill a tier 4, I'm going to definitely do another one. Alright, let's try this out on an actually good boss. For 20 million coins, Inferno does stop it from moving, which is helpful for maybe getting beacons, and you can also hit it while it can't hit you, because its range is lower. So that's pretty helpful, I'd say. It's not particularly expensive, especially for something like an endgame player. And for, like, not G-Drag owner, like, or for someone like me who uses an Enderman pet, which isn't, like, really good for Chimera. I was on that changes a lot. Wait. I was on Silky. Okay. I'm gonna reevaluate my decisions here real quick. That was Silky. Okay, normally whenever I do it on Silky, I fail miserably because I don't have the defense and health from Slender, because it actually gives a pretty good amount of both of those. Yeah, that actually changes a lot of my decision. Okay, so if I'm on Silky, not getting any health and defense from my stats, then I actually think, and that definitely makes me like this enchantment a lot more then. Yeah, so it was definitely stopping it, which is why I couldn't take more damage. But I thought I was on Slender taking that much damage. No, I'm on Silky. I'm getting no health or defense from my stats right now, I believe. Let me just quickly give myself a lot of health. 89, and let's do this. That was a bad start with the lag. Very, very bad start with the lag. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, that's unfair. That's unfair. Lag. Okay, actually, for similarity purposes, I actually want to try one using my normal setup of Slender with health, and then see how much better I do. So let's go check that out real quick. So now I'm in my normal setup of simply Slender with health instead. And now I want to see how good Inferno is when I'm not using Silky, because before I was using Silky and I didn't even notice. So now I am kind of curious. Yeah, I mean, okay, this is an accurate comparison. Okay, this is really good. Okay, never mind anything I just said. This is definitely, okay, this is totally worth 20 million coins for this, bro. I'm taking so little, I don't even have to use my wand of anything, or my Florid Sword. Like, this is totally just stopping him. He can't touch me. I mean, he can touch me, but like barely. I haven't used my wand one time this entire fight, and I'm fine. This is the hits phase. He does so much more damage in the hits phase, and I'm totally good. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to risk it. Where is he? Yeah. Stuck. He can't move. Okay. Okay. That's good. That is really good. That is not even close. I didn't use my wand or floored once during that entire ordeal. That is amazing. Okay. Okay. This enchantment, definitely worth it. 20 million coins, and you're literally just getting free heal. You don't have to heal one time, versus normally I could have done that in Silky, and it was like a little bit of a start. How long did that take me? 63 seconds. That is free. Okay, why did someone corrupt these guys? That is just mean. So this is the most basic it gets. So the amount of damage I would end up dealing with Inferno 5 is way higher than the amount of damage I'm doing right now. This is definitely a worthwhile enchantment for Void Glooms. Alright, this is probably it. We can find him up top. Yeah, there's no one up here. We can find him up top. Alright, let's see. Inferno against a tier 4. Whoa, okay. This is the hardest part of the entire fight right here, is the hit phases. Alright, made it past. Yeah, he's trapped. He cannot do anything. He's a loser. He's a casual. Yeah, see, I can go back away and heal right now, and he can't get to me. This is exactly what I'm talking about in tier 4. This is exactly what I'm talking about, and I still die. Okay. Whatever. I proved my point. I don't care. Okay. Well, that was certainly an eye-opening experience. So now that the video in its entirety is over, I'm going to skip to the part that most people who are probably watching this video are interested in, which is my final thoughts and evaluations after having used this enchantment. Overall, I think this is a great enchantment. This enchantment is only 22 million coins, 26 million coins or something like that, which is honestly not particularly expensive for a player at my level in the game, and even a little bit earlier, I'd say, which is pretty cool. And it totally changes everything. I mean, for tier 3s, I was able to do tier 3s with Silky so comfortably. I didn't even think I was using Silky. I thought I was using Slender. And when I switched to Slender, I was absolutely destroying that thing. I didn't use my healing items one time. And I didn't manage to get nearly as far in the tier 4 as I did this time around. I'm thrown off by the weird lighting of my new computer, but either way, I proved my point, which is during that fight, when I got to low health, I managed to back away and heal, and the tier 4 couldn't get to me, which is exactly what I was saying the enchantment could do. So, yes or no, for 20 million coins, I'd say this enchantment is absolutely worth it. If you need something like the old tank zombies, since you can't do that anymore, this totally covers the point of the tank zombies, allowing you to easily have a good backup in case you need to heal and deal a little bit of extra damage. So if you have a spare 20 million coins and you want to use Enderman Slayer enchantments, definitely buy it. As for people who should buy it, I'd say for your katana, I'd say Swarm is probably the first enchantment you'd get. I'd say this is the second one, because there's not really any other enchants. Fatal Tempo is worthless because it does base ferocity, and it doesn't include the 400 ferocity you get from your Atom Split. And my base ferocity is 0. It doesn't exist. I don't have any ferocity at this time. Although I don't have a God Pod on because I just died. My base ferocity is typically around 12, 2 to 12, depending on whether or not I'm using a zombie brain mix-in. So 200% of 12 is 36. Yeah, woohoo, 36 whole ferocity. That's so good. And ferocity's capped too. It makes it even more useful. So yeah, Fatal Tempo, not particularly worth it. Chimera is obviously better for something like a G-Drag or maybe even an E-Drag, but those are way more expensive than an Inferno book is. Not to mention, Fatal Tempo is, well, you know, it's not exactly cheap right now. Okay, well, these are, I suppose, but, you know, those are the high levels. Either way, I'd say if you're not using an E-Drag or a G-Drag, definitely use this. Like, if you're using an Enderman pet or even, like, a Lion pet, definitely you should use this enchantment because it is very good for getting heals in if you need to and dealing that little bit of extra damage. And that's gonna do it for this episode. This is a actual video talking about whether or not Inferno is good or bad. So yeah, in my opinion, it is good. Get this enchantment unless you're using Chimera with a dragon pet of some sort. But I've spoken my part, and the actual thought process is up to you. You've seen me fight an Enderman, and so you can make your final decision. And that's gonna do it for this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I shall see you guys next week. Goodbye.